It is 11:43 p.m. You are still at your desk. Everyone else left hours ago. You are fixing a slide deck for a man who does not know your last name. He will present it tomorrow morning. His name will be on it. Yours will not. Your salary is $42,000 a year. Before tax, that is $3,500 a month. After tax, closer to $2,800. Your rent is $1,400. Your student loan is $320. Your car is $280. You have done this math so many times you do not need a calculator. There is $340 left. That is not money. That is a number you try not to think about. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You showed up. You kept showing up. But the system you walked into has rules. And nobody tells you the rules on day one. They let you learn the hard way. This is the story of 6 levels. At every level you gain something real. At every level you lose something real too. The money changes, the clothes change, the office changes. But the biggest change is this. The system does not just reward what you produce. It rewards what kind of person you are willing to become. You are 23. You have a job. That is more than some people. Your desk is near the printer. You did not choose that. It was just the open seat. You wear a shirt your mother helped you pick. It fits okay, not great. Okay. You do not have a window. You have a monitor and a list of tasks that never gets shorter. Your manager sends emails at 7 a.m. You see them at 8:30. You feel behind all day. You say yes to everything. You stay late. You fix things that are not your fault. This is not weakness. This is strategy. You just do not know it yet. Here is what nobody tells you about level 1. The work does not matter as much as the visibility. A person 3 floors up cannot see your output. They can only see your name. If your name is not in the room, you do not exist. You are invisible. And invisibility is the first thing you have to fix. Not by being loud, by being useful to the right people. Find the person in your division who is going somewhere. Help them get there. They will not forget it. Most people at this level do not think this way. That is your edge. What you gain, experience, a paycheck, a foot in the door. What you lose, your evenings, your weekends. The idea that hard work alone is enough. You get a raise, not big, but real, $65,000. You feel it. For about a week, you feel it. Then your lifestyle adjusts and you feel the same again. But something else has changed. You are good at something now. You have a skill that other people need. That is different from just being available. People start asking for you by name. Not everyone, but some. That is power. Small power, but it is yours. This is the level where most people get comfortable. You have enough money to live. You have a role. You have respect. And comfort is the trap. Because while you are comfortable, someone else at the same level is building. They are taking on work that scares them. They are asking to lead things. They are raising their hand for problems that do not have clear answers. And in 2 years, they will be a manager, and you will still be a specialist. Specialists get paid well, but they do not get to decide things. And deciding things is where the real leverage lives. You are a manager now. Your salary crosses 6 figures. You say that quietly the first time, like you are testing the words. 6 figures. You are 29. You did not think it would happen this fast. But here is what they did not warn you about. You no longer do the work. You manage people who do the work. And managing people is harder than the work. Much harder. You have 4 people on your team. 2 of them are good. 1 is fine. 1 is a problem. The problem takes more of your time than the other 3 combined. You cannot fix the problem without going to HR. HR takes 6 weeks. The problem is still there. Your boss asks why output is low. You do not say, 1 person is dragging the whole team. You say, we are working through a process issue, because that is the language of this level. You have a calendar now, not just tasks, a calendar. Every hour is accounted for. Meetings you did not call, reviews you did not ask for. You spend 40% of your week in rooms where nothing gets decided. You learn to send 2-line emails that used to be 30-minute conversations. You learn to talk in the hallway so things do not become meetings. These are the survival skills of the middle. Your clothes get sharper, not expensive, sharp, fitted, intentional. You stop wearing things that are just clean. You wear things that signal you are ready, ready for the next room, the next conversation, the next decision. What you gain? Authority, a seat at the table, ownership over outcomes. What you lose? Simplicity, the clean conscience of someone who just does the work. This is the level where income stops feeling like a salary. You are making $160,000, then $200,000, then more. The number keeps moving because at this level, the number is tied to what you bring in, not what you produce, what you bring in. Clients, revenue, deals. You are a rainmaker. You make things happen that would not happen without you. That is a different kind of value, and the market pays differently for it. Your life changes in ways you did not expect. You travel more, not tourist travel, work travel. 3 cities in 5 days. You have a go bag in your car. You know which airport lounge uses your card. You eat well. You sleep less. You answer emails at midnight and do not feel angry about it. You just feel like this is what it takes. Your network shifts. You start meeting people who are building things, not just working inside them. They talk differently, shorter sentences, less context, more precision. They respect time above almost everything else. You start to talk the same way, not because you are performing, because it works. Your clothes are expensive now, not flashy, expensive. There is a difference. Flashy says, "Look what I have." Expensive says, "I did not think twice about this." That is the signal you are sending, and people read it. But here is the crack. The more you earn, the more the company depends on you. And dependence is not the same as power. Dependence is a leash. If you walked out tomorrow, they would panic. For a week. Then they would find someone else. That is not leverage. That is just high-priced employment. Real leverage comes from owning something, not performing for something. What you gain: money, respect, access, options. What you lose: the clean line between your work and your identity. You have equity now, not just a salary, a stake. Your comp package includes shares in the thing you are helping build. When the company does well, you do well in a way that does not just hit a paycheck, it hits your net worth. That is a different feeling. You have a title, VP or C-suite. It depends on the company, but the title is not the thing. The title is just how people orient to you in a room. The thing is the decision-making authority. You decide things that affect thousands of people. You decide things at 9 a.m. in a room of 12 that someone in the basement will feel for a year. You never meet that person in the basement. That is not cruelty. That is scale. People treat you differently, not because you changed, because your position changed. Vendors want access to you. Junior employees prepare for conversations with you. You say something casual in a meeting and 3 people write it down. You stop being casual in meetings. The corner office is real. It is also lonely. There is no one around you who does not want something. Every conversation is transactional in some way, even the friendly ones. You learn to value the rare person who tells you what you do not want to hear. They are the most useful person in your orbit, and the rarest. Your wardrobe is simple now. Not simple like cheap, simple like deliberate. 1 dark suit, a few shirts, a watch that cost more than your first car. You do not think about clothes anymore. You solve that problem. Solving small problems permanently so you can think about large ones is how life works at this level. What you gain: real wealth, real authority, real options. What you lose: the ability to be fully honest in any professional room. You are not climbing anymore. You are building the ladder for other people. Your income is not a salary. It is distributions, dividends, carry, board fees. Numbers that come from things you built or invested in years ago. The machine runs. You do not have to be in the room for it to run. Your net worth is $4.2 million. Maybe more. You do not check it every day. You check the allocation. Where is the capital positioned? What is its return? That is the question at this level. Not how much do I have? How hard is it working? The rooms you enter are small, very small. No panels, no networking events. 3 people, 5 people. A conversation where every sentence moves something. You speak less than you used to. You ask questions more than you give answers. Because the people in these rooms know things, and listening is the sharpest tool you have. You have influence over structures, org design, capital allocation, hiring. You are not telling people what to do. You are designing the system that tells people what to do. That is a different kind of power, and it is almost invisible. You look like a person who got lucky. Nobody watching you at 23 would have called this. But this did not happen by accident. It happened because of 1,000 small decisions, each one unremarkable on its own, compounded over 20 years. Here's the thing nobody tells you at the start. The corporate ladder gives you something real at every level. Better pay, more access, more control, more respect from people who used to walk past you without looking. But it also takes something at every level. Your time first, then your neutrality. You can no longer walk into a room without a position. Then your ease, the simple freedom of not calculating every conversation. By the time you reach the top, you are a permanent performance. You manage your expression, you manage your calendar, you manage your relationships by what they are useful for. None of this is a tragedy. It is just the architecture of the career you chose. The only question worth asking, on the way up, not at the top, is this. How much of yourself are you willing to convert into currency? Because in a corporate system, everything eventually becomes transactional, including you.